Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. This is your Z107.7 Local News for Sunday, October 27th, 2024. While Joshua Tree National Park encompasses nearly 800,000 acres, not all of that is public land. Right now, there are approximately 100 privately owned parcels called inholdings in our neighboring national park. And earlier this week, reporter Heather Clisby broke a story about an investigation into a development on one of those parcels. Here's Heather.
Residents in the Yucca Valley neighborhood of Covington Flats reported a sudden increase of large trucks and construction vehicles headed into the park. Several calls into JTMP prompted park law enforcement to visit the site, and all construction activity is now halted pending further investigation. Though parcel owners can sell back to the park if they choose, it is not required. The Department of Interior, which oversees all 63 national parks, does not have a right of first refusal in these real estate dealings. Often, owners discover they cannot access their land at all, except on foot, so furiously tracking in building supplies would certainly spark suspicion. Which is exactly how JTMP quickly got word that developers were perhaps prematurely busy in the Whispering Pine area of Covington Flats. Though park officials could not speak to any specifics, they did confirm that an investigation was underway with no timeline. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Heather Clisby.
Joining me in the studios is reporter Heather Clisby. Hello, Heather.
Hi, Robert.
So what's been happening with this story since you first started reporting it?
Well, it's been an education about the aspect of private land holdings in general in federal parks. A lot of these parcels were grandfathered in from the Homestead Act. Just like any other private property, you can do what you want with it, except because it is in a national park, there's no electrical grid access, there's no water access. But the trick is the roads, the access. Right? All those roads still belong to the national park. You can't grade the road, you can't widen the road, you can't mess with the road. Okay, so that's what happened in this scenario.
So you went out and took pictures from one of those roads inside the national park?
I did go in on foot to take photos from the vantage point of one of those roads. Since then, we've heard from their lawyers. Out of courtesy and to avoid a potential legal wrangling that we're not really interested in, we did decide to take those photos down. However, the reporting on the investigation that the park is conducting and the project itself will continue.
Thanks, Heather. You can find Heather's original story and her continued reporting on this at Z107.7FM.com. That's your local news for Sunday. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. Reporting from Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 News team, I'm Robert Hayden.